There are 5 main characters in the SpongeBob series who have committed murder. That is half of the main cast. But which of the 5 has committed the most murder? And more importantly, how many kills does SpongeBob have? Starting off as the character with the least amount of kills in the series. This might come as a surprise, but 5th place goes to Plankton. He has a kill count of only 1, and it comes from the episode New Leaf. Plankton shows Mr. Krabs the last customer that ate at the chum bucket, and it's a dead rat. It appears that the rat was eating a chum burger, and it got halfway through before dying. If I went to a restaurant and I died from eating their food, then yeah, I would consider that murder. That's 1 kill added to Plankton's very short kill list. Next on the list, we have none other than Sandy Cheeks herself. This one might be a little controversial as all of her kills come from clams. Yeah, I know. Clams in the series are usually a type of bird, but Sandy is a literal squirrel herself, so like, this has to count. But if you disagree, subscribe to prove me wrong and comment down below how wrong I am. Anyways, her first kill is when she first appeared in the series. She fights off this big ass clam, and honestly, it kind of confuses me. Why is she wrestling with a clam? I thought clams were birds, but for some reason this particular clam isn't a bird. Or maybe it's like an ostrich or something. I'm not entirely sure. This clam also appears in Goo Lagoon, like some type of a whale, so I don't really know what this is. Well, anyway, she kills it. Yep, it's dead. But that's not all. In the episode Valentine, she defends this hot air balloon shaped like a heart by punching clams away from it. You may say that they aren't dead, but if you punched a bird at full force out of the air, that shit would die, I guarantee it. There are 5 of these clams that she punches out of the air, bringing her total kill count up to 6. Putting her squarely ahead of Plankton by 5 kills. I want to take a second away from the list to look at a couple side characters who have also killed people. Yeah, that's right. The fun-loving Bubble himself killed someone. And not just some random clam like in Sandy's case, he killed a fish man. In this scene, we see Bubble Buddy just sitting there as a fish is about to drown. We then later see the angel of that fish proving he died, so there's no arguments to be made that he might have survived. But you may be confused on how Bubble Buddy killed him. Well, at this point in the episode, we as the audience believe that Bubble Buddy is simply a bubble and not a sentient being. So him sitting there as a fish drowned is just sort of funny. He can't do anything about it, and it's not his fault. But later in the episode, it is revealed Bubble Buddy is sentient.
Whoa! Hey, don't I got a say in this? I'll see you later, SpongeBob. Things are getting a little weird around here.
So that means he watched as a man drowned for fun. What a sick man bubble thing. The second side character I want to talk about is Squidward's house. I want to mention, and spoilers ahead, Squidward is not on this list at all. The house has more kills in the series than the person who owns it. So in this scene, Squidward's house is destroying Bikini Bottom. To defend the city, a tank is deployed to neutralize the house. The attack fails as Squidward's house just grabs the artillery shell that shot at it, and then in retaliation, it picks up the tank and crushes it. But we see the man inside the tank parachute away, so nobody dies, right? Wrong. There has to be a second person driving this tank because the man that parachutes away says fire to someone inside the tank. That person would be the one driving and overall controlling the tank, and the person we see parachuting out is the navigator of the tank. So that means Squidward's house crushes someone with its bare hands. Gruesome. Back to the list of criminals, we have the idiotic starfish himself, Patrick Star. It's a shocking 3rd place for murders in the series. I'm just as surprised as you to see him on this list at all, let alone this high up. His first taste for blood was when he straight up just threw this man in a fit of rage. You can hear him hitting stuff in the background, but he doesn't make any noise like yelling or anything. So it's safe to assume he died on impact. You can add that to the death counter. Patrick then proceeds to kill 2 more people because his breath is rancid. It's so bad it goes through a microphone somehow. That brings his total up to 3 now. He already has half of what Sandy has. Continuing with the trend, Patrick then kills 4 people at once. This honestly is my favorite death in the series. These 4 members of a band attempt to play Patrick's song, and then it cuts to their graves. They died trying to play Patrick's song. Holy shit, I think I would quit making music if someone attempting to play my song fucking died. But Patrick has now surpassed Sandy with 7 kills already. But that pales in comparison to the massacre Patrick commits next. During the fry cook games, Patrick fails his pole vault and splashes hot grease out of the crowd, killing 49 people at once. To add to the insanity, a man then instantly tries to sell these cooked fish people for $1 a piece. If I got fried alive by grease and then I was sold for only $1, I'd be so pissed, man. I'm worth at least $5 fried. That brings Patrick's kill count up to 56 deaths. That's a staggering amount of kills and a huge leap from Sandy's kill count. The crazy thing is, this number is nothing compared to the character with the most kills in the series. Next on the list and in 2nd place, we have the greedy man, Mr. Krabs. In the episode Squidward and Clarinet Land, Squidward demands that he get storage at the Krusty Krab. Mr. Krabs, being the cheapskate that he is, then brings out his old Navy locker for them to use. Inside is the skeleton of Corporal Sterling. When SpongeBob asks Mr. Krabs about this, he says he forgot about this prank.
Snooze!
Who's that, Mr. Krabs?
That appears to be Corporal Sterling, lad. Forgot all about that prank.
Mr. Krabs put someone in a locker and left them there to die. Holy shit, that is the darkest death in the series by far. That already brings his kill count up by 1. But a bulk of Mr. Krabs' kills come from 1 episode alone. And I already know this one's gonna make a couple people mad. After stealing the skeleton fish's hat and not giving it back, the skeleton fish orders the other skeletons to attack Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs then proceeds to kill 97 of these skeleton fish. The Navy days must have kicked in, because why is he so good at sword fighting? And yeah, I get it. They are skeletons, and that you can't kill skeletons again. They're already dead. Well, boo fucking who, because they are obviously talking and sentient, so he re-killed them, I guess. You know what? Fine, we're adding a different category for Mr. Krabs. A kill count and a re-kill count. Does that make y'all happy? That puts Krabs at a substantial 1 kill and 97 re-kills. Well, here we are at number 1. The character of the series with the most kills out of anyone. I think there's a good chance you already guessed it. That's right, it's the sponge himself, Spongebob Squarepants. You might have guessed he had the most kills, but I doubt you guessed just how many characters he has killed. To start it off simple, SpongeBob casually kills 5 people with his breath. Not just kills them, but in a couple of the cases, he disintegrates them. That's horrific. I don't know why both SpongeBob and Patrick have both killed people with their breath, but that's a trend, I guess. Then we have SpongeBob's reflection killing itself with a hammer because of SpongeBob. Yep, I'm counting this. SpongeBob then in an epic duel throws this guy off a cliff. Bro has some insane plot armor, because how is he winning a duel with a pirate wielding only a spatula? Then he also runs over this guy, and then he kills this guy this way, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's slow down. That's a lot of deaths, right? Currently, SpongeBob has 9 kills. Don't get me wrong, that is a lot of deaths. And in the real world, he would be labeled as a mass murderer. But as we have seen in Bikini Bottom, this is pathetic. I mean, look at Patrick's kill count. 9 is pitiful. Well, you want to see some psycho shit done by SpongeBob? I've got you covered. SpongeBob killed 94 people with Sandy's helicopter. Yeah, you heard that right. It's treated as a throwaway joke, but Sandy mentions her whirlybird, which is her helicopter, and says,
especially after your little mishap with my whirlybird.
Then it pans to a graveyard of 94 people. This is insane. SpongeBob uses Sandy's helicopter and, I hope accidentally, murders 94 people with it. How did he even do that? Why didn't he stop after 1 person died? Or did they all die in one fell swoop? I have so many questions. I feel like Sandy should get a couple kills for this, honestly, because why would she give SpongeBob a helicopter? Well, that brings his total up to 101 people killed. An insane number considering this is a kid's show. Scratch that, for any show this would be insane. But technically, he's killed more. I'm willing to call this one a stretch, but technically SpongeBob nukes Bikini Bottom. When he accidentally drops a pie with a bomb in it, the pie blows up all of Bikini Bottom. This would mean he killed every single person in Bikini Bottom, and you could add that to his kill count. But what is the population of Bikini Bottom? Well, in this clip, Mr. Krabs says that these 12 people make up 2% of Bikini Bottom. If we use our math skills, we can conclude that Bikini Bottom has 600 people in it. So that brings SpongeBob's total kill count to 701 people. Holy shit. Wow, what a journey. Who knew the main character of a kid's show would have a kill count of over 700 people? Well, guess what? I lied to you. SpongeBob doesn't actually have the most kills in the show. That's what actually goes to Plankton. Yeah, that's right. The person who was in dead last is actually number 1. How, you may ask? Well, as you know, Plankton runs the chum bucket. And do you know what chum is? It's dead ground up fish. Bro serves dead fish to fish. No wonder nobody buys it. And we know it's actually fish because we see eyes and various organs inside the chum at times. But Plankton has to get his chum from somewhere. And what better place to get it than from the citizens of Bikini Bottom themselves? This all means though that we can't quantify the amount of murders Plankton has committed, but I would have to guess well over 700 considering just how much chum is seen throughout the series. We'll just add a couple tally marks to his list, I guess.
Hello sunshine, hello sky.
If you enjoyed this silly video I made, then supporting me in any way you can would mean the world to me. I'm a small creator, so every sub means a lot. Put your favorite death in the comments below and I'll see y'all later.